We are kicking things off with massive news coming out of Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is on the mend, and the recovery update is incredibly positive. James Palmer from Bleacher Report has given us the inside scoop, suggesting that all signs point toward Mahomes being ready to play in Week 1. We dive deep into what this means for the Chiefs and their path to the Super Bowl.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, the Los Angeles Rams are making some significant moves on their defensive line. They have completely revamped their cornerback room by trading for Trent McDuffie and signing Jalen Watson. But here's the twist. Both of these new additions come from the Kansas City Chiefs, where they played together for 4 seasons. We explore why pairing former teammates could be the key to unlocking new defensive potential for the Rams. The Kansas City Chiefs are dealing with multiple injuries, and the latest update on defensive lineman Omarr Norman-Lott is setting a clear timeline for his return. Chiefs GM Brett Veach provided a detailed estimate on Norman-Lott's recovery from his ACL injury, suggesting he will be ready for training camp. We break down what this means for the defensive line depth as the team looks ahead to the upcoming season. Finally, we look at a major potential trade involving the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bears are eyeing a move to clear up their tight end situation, and Bleacher Report has pointed the finger directly at the Chiefs. We investigate why the Kansas City Chiefs might be willing to trade for former Bears tight end Cole Kmet, and what this could mean for both franchises. Stay with us all night for more breaking news. Kansas City Chiefs fans are receiving encouraging updates regarding quarterback Patrick Mahomes' recovery following a season-ending injury sustained late in the season. Questions surrounding his fitness for the 2026 season, specifically his potential to play in the initial weeks, have been addressed by analysts. James Palmer of Bleacher Report provided a detailed update, suggesting a very positive trajectory for Mahomes' health. Palmer indicated that sentiment is trending toward a strong recovery, with many observers believing Mahomes is ahead of schedule. He stated that the current indicators point toward Mahomes playing in Week 1, emphasizing that the process will not be rushed, though acknowledging there is still time remaining. This optimistic outlook is significant for the Chiefs, especially considering the team's recent trade for Justin Fields, which was reportedly viewed as an insurance policy should Mahomes face immediate playing time concerns. While the schedule makers might initially avoid placing the Chiefs in primetime early in the season as a precaution, these positive developments suggest this strategy could change. With continued positive news, hopes are high that Mahomes will be healthy enough to start Week 1 and lead the Chiefs toward a Super Bowl victory. The Los Angeles Rams have aggressively reshaped their cornerback unit this offseason, bringing in Trent McDuffie and signing Jalen Watson, both of whom share a history as former teammates from the Kansas City Chiefs. This move leverages familiarity, as both players previously spent 4 seasons playing together for the Chiefs, offering an immediate advantage in understanding each other's communication in the secondary. This strategy mirrors past successful moves by the Rams, including drafting former teammates Jard Verse and Braden Fisk in the 2023 NFL Draft, and Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey in an earlier draft. While the long-term benefits of pairing former teammates are debatable, the added familiarity is a definite plus. Despite these additions, the Rams are seeking further depth at the cornerback position. While Emmanuel Forbes shows potential, his consistency remains a concern, and he is currently restricted to outside coverage. The front office is now eyeing another veteran cornerback to bolster the depth chart. The primary target for this role is free agent L'Jarius Sneed. Sneed, who played in only 12 games over the last 2 seasons and was released by the Tennessee Titans, represents a potential reunion with former teammates. Sneed has struggled with form, including a lack of interceptions during his time with the Titans. Watson has reportedly pursued Sneed for the Rams this offseason and again recently, suggesting significant interest in a reunion. If signed, Sneed would offer valuable veteran depth, particularly with McDuffie and Watson covering the outside and Quentin Lake in the slot, providing necessary experience. His early career versatility and ability to play outside would also make him strong competition for Emmanuel Forbes. The Rams currently lack reliable depth behind their core group, having lost key rotational players like Kobe Durant and Roger McCreary. Although Snead is not expected to be a starter following the acquisition of McDuffie and Watson, reuniting the 2022 Chiefs secondary, which secured a Super Bowl victory, could prove beneficial. The decision rests with the Rams' front office regarding whether bringing in Snead will truly elevate the secondary. The 29-year-old cornerback remains a free agent, and his potential impact on the Rams' defensive scheme remains a key factor. Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman Omarr Norman-Lott has a clearer timeline for his return to practice following a torn ACL injury sustained in Week 7 of the 2025 season. Chiefs general manager Brett Veach provided an update during the 2026 NFL Draft, signaling optimism about Norman-Lott's readiness for the upcoming season. Norman-Lott's injury ended a rookie campaign already complicated by prior preseason ankle and shoulder issues. The 6'3", 315-pound lineman, drafted 63rd overall in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Tennessee, had appeared in only 5 games during the previous season. His injury occurred at a challenging time, as the team had adapted to his playstyle, with Chris Jones adjusting to his double-team technique and Steve Spagnuolo valuing his lateral movement. Speaking to media following the selection of Clemson DT Peter Woods in the first round of the draft, Veach expressed confidence in Norman-Lott's recovery. "I totally expect him ready to go for training camp," Veach stated, adding that the team will monitor his progress at organized team activities, OTAs, to determine his full-go status. Veach anticipates Norman-Lott will be ready for St. Joe and expects him to contribute significantly at the OTA. While the team might ease him into the process, Veach confirmed that Norman-Lott should be expected for the start of training camp. The Chiefs' organized schedule begins with 2 weeks of OTAs on May 26, followed by mandatory minicamp practices in the second week of June. The team's increased depth, bolstered by the addition of Peter Woods, Kiaris Tonga, and UDFA's Amari McNeil and Damon Payne, provides a safety net. This new depth allows the Chiefs to afford any necessary time for Norman-Lott to acclimate back to the interior defensive line. The focus now shifts to the team's preparation for the upcoming season. The Chicago Bears are navigating offseason decisions regarding their tight end core, with speculation mounting that the team may look to trade Cole Kmet to bolster their roster. Following the subtraction of wide receivers DJ Moore and Alamide Zaccheaus, questions are emerging about the offensive weapons available for quarterback Caleb Williams heading into the 2026 season. While the Bears appear confident in the pairing of Rome Odunze and Luther Burden III, and the presence of tight end Colston Loveland, the future of Cole Kmet remains uncertain. Kmet has been flagged as a potential trade candidate, but Chicago has yet to act. However, analysts suggest the team could move on the former second-round pick to clear a path for Loveland. An intriguing destination has been pointed toward the Kansas City Chiefs. Although Travis Kelce currently occupies the primary tight end role, his longevity is not guaranteed, making a successor necessary for the 2026 campaign. Kansas City's lack of a tight end selection in the NFL Draft presents an opportunity for Andy Reid's club to acquire an established player like Kmet. Kmet's role has significantly diminished since the arrival of Caleb Williams in 2024. Despite showing promise in 2023, with 73 receptions for 719 yards and 6 touchdowns, his production dropped last season to 30 receptions for 347 yards and only a couple of scores. This indicates he has become an ancillary piece on the offense. Consequently, trading Kmet for draft capital and financial savings is seen by some as the optimal strategic move. Reports indicate the Chiefs might be willing to trade a day 3 pick for the tight end.